Hello, my name is Mariana and today this is a reading for Capricorn. So Capricorn, I've done this reading as usual with my own deck of cards, so the cards you'll see are from this deck. And Capricorn, before I begin with your reading, I just wanted to comment a little bit on something that I just saw really before I sat down to record this reading for you. I was just, scrolling through YouTube and I saw that San from San Tarot, who most of you might know who she is and her channel. She posted on the community tab a photo that she found on a thrift store yesterday or a few days before, and how the image had so much information in it. And I actually commented on there, and how the circle of light was reminding me of the message of the power of the moon that came on her reading. I think it was the Scorpio reading, perhaps. I'm not sure. But it also came through in the Sagittarius reading that I did yesterday, actually. So that was something that was just, in the forefront of my mind. And when I saw that image, I apologize for the noise. Oh God. Okay, so when I saw that image that Sen posted on the community tab at her channel, it immediately brought me this image of the moon, right? The power of the moon, but so close that is actually blinding, to the point that feels like the sun. And actually I didn't write that part that it feels like the sun, but because we are starting your reading with the sun, now I'm seeing a little bit of a connection. So I don't know if you Capricorn, you have any curiosity to see the picture that Sen posted. Perhaps it has something for you in it also. But it was so interesting to me how the moon and the sun in that particular image, they were like one and the same, in a sense that it's like this power of the moon, meaning the power of the intuitive abilities that we hold within ourselves, is just so, it's like it's traveled this long distance to reach us, and it's finally here, and it's a big moment. And being a big moment is actually something that is in your reading, Capricorn, today. So I feel like this it's not the switch between the importance of the moon or the sun. It's like the blending of the two. And to me, because I study astrology, the sun is, our ego, our personality, our human being, in a sense, right? The personality that we carry in order to live this 3D life. And then the moon is like almost the reminiscence. I always get that word wrong. It's like the remembrance. Yes, that's the word. The remembrance that we hold of our spirit, right? The subtlety that our spirit carry, and it's within us. It's actually like buried underneath or hidden underneath our emotions, which sometimes there's such a challenging, I was going to say a difficult language to translate or to understand, but it's actually just a challenge, right? A challenge meaning that we are able to overcome and understand them if we surrender to just feeling the emotions. And so I'm saying all of this just because I felt really inspired by that picture that Sen posted. So if you want to check that, maybe there's something there for you. But I feel like somehow this is connected to your reading in particular today, Capricorn, because it feels like there is this approaching moment that is really big, sort of like a wedding, right? Because this is the image that I'm seeing here, because we have the Hierophant, we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Sun, we have the King and the Queen, we have an Isle. So all of these images are just, metaphorically showing me this wedding, which feels like a moment of like this very celebratory moment, very happy times. this union that is coming into being, you know, the merging. Well, if it's not a real wedding that, you know, is your situation, it's like the marriage of the, you know, the union between the masculine and the feminine in you, and it's official now. It's like it's happening. It's like this merging that is happening in a way that is really destined. And so this is so gorgeous because I feel like, yes, I totally agree with Sen. I feel like we are at this very important, crucial, massive turning point. And I feel like all of us are feeling it differently, right? I mean, the specifics of how this celebration will be lived and experienced is different and unique to each and every one of us. But, you know, I'm just thinking right now if this could be like a collective reading, but you know, really all of my readings, as Sans really are, you know, are collective, and these are just entryways, right? The signs in the zodiac, they're just, you know, a doorway into part of the story that we're seeing unfold before us as a collective, as a human collective, right? So if there is a wedding going on for you, or it's you that is about to get married, congratulations, Capricorn. I just have to say that because it feels very, very beautiful. And I feel like the way that it's coming through, it's almost like you have waited so long for this. You know, I've heard so many stories of people that wanted to get married during the pandemic, and, you know, they had to postpone so many times. So I don't know if you are, you know, one in this situation or not, or, you know, it's just like the event of a wedding. It's just an example of, you know, the grandiosity of an important event in your life, right? Such as, you know, merging with your masculine and feminine sides. It's like, you know, this alignment of all the chakras as an internal experience, but also, and I'm so inspired right now because, you know, I haven't shown you one card, you know, just the first card, but I'm just so inspired to share with you all of this information. Just bear with me. I am really excited. So if this is going on internally or externally with you, it doesn't really matter. I just feel like it's the moment of celebration. It's the moment of, you know, because we are starting with the sun, it's coming through as this light bulb moment, right? Of, you know, just celebrating of this, finally it's happening, finally I'm able to get married or celebrate, or, you know, feel this union coming together within me or around me. So I feel like there is a lot of it's like reason to celebrate, especially because actually, Capricorn, you're coming through as the King of Swords, right? So these two cards together, you know, because of the rays of the sunlight, and then the spikes on the crown, I don't know what these are called actually, you know, these little points, these little dots here. If you know, just let me know in the comment section. I would love to learn new words. So what these were talking about, right? It's like, and especially because you're coming through as the King of Swords, right? So very smart, very in tune with your own mind. It's like you are extremely mindful, right? And thoughtful. It's like there is a lot of clarity in your mind, Capricorn, at this moment. So the sun is shining a light in your thought process, right? That is clarifying, and it's making you find the reasons, or, well, what I just heard is finally understand why it took so long, but why it's happening now. I feel like there's a lot of, you know, external alignment factors that influence the reason why the sun is shining right now, right? But also these two images came through as a light bulb moment. Actually, it's what I saw. It's actually like when this card came through, yes, I heard like the word sun, right? Instead of the sun, S-U-N, I heard S-O-N. And when you came here as, you know, the King of Swords, I was, it was like this direction, or like this, It's like the universe is trying to get your attention, Capricorn. It's like, sun, look here. It's like the sun is shining. It's almost like this instant glow, or this instant turning on the lights, right? So, and it feels like it's just, it's not requiring your, it's like there's nothing you can do physically. It's just something in your mind, right? That's why I'm saying it's like this light bulb moment. It's like this light turning on inside your head, right? It's something that is just being activated somehow, right? And it's like this calling you out, but not in a negative way, right? It's like this, pay attention here, Capricorn. It's like, look here, look in this direction, right? Look in this sun's direction, which is very bright, just like the image in that Sen posted, right? It's like this really bright light that was, all around. It was like the size of the person in the middle, right? So yeah, interpret it however you like, right? In that image, she said that for her it felt like this portal, and taking the last bow before the audience, right? And to me it was interesting because it's almost like for you, Capricorn, how things, and I just got goosebumps because yes, I just feel like this reading is going to be long, okay? Just bear with me. It's like there's a lot here that is about to shine a light in something that perhaps you had, a few intuitive nudges, right? It's like your antennas were already perked up, right? Were already connected. Your mind was already in tune, but there's something about this light bulb going on, right? That is, just sparking the light in a sense. And because we have these two beautiful cards here, right after the King of Swords, that is you, right? This Eight of Wands and the Queen of Wands, it's actually coming through as the bride in a sense, or the bride to be, right? This is you, and I'm just giving the examples as being the king and the queen and the bride and the husband because of the gender of the cards, but you can flip it the way that, it works for you, because as I said, it's like the masculine in this union, or in this merging with the feminine, but the feminine being the Queen of Wands. And this Eight of Wands was almost like the moments before both of you see each other, right? So, or it's like moments before this merging occurs. So it feels like this Eight of Wands is sort of like a curtain, right? But it's like a curtain made of flowers, which is so beautiful because, usually the wands have this double image to me. Usually it's not only the fiery nature of the wands, right? Sometimes because of just the image, it's like all of these flowers. And actually it was, coming through as a curtain first, right? Because it's like, it's what it's in between you. But it's also coming through as the aisle through which, you and your partner will, walk on towards the, the ceremony in a sense. So it's like, this is the path that is going to bring you two together, right? Especially because we're ending with the Nine of Wands. So we'll get there, but it's like this is the anticipation for this merging process, for this union, for this wedding ceremony, right? Being a metaphor of the, just joining energies, right? Merging energies of you. And I want to say, Capricorn, you are pretty much aware of, it's like you're fully aware. You are already a very intelligent and smart person, very conscious, very connected to spirit, but there's also something about you, those moments when it's like it is a life-changing moment and time feels like it moves differently. This is what I'm sensing from your part. And this part is more excited in a sense that it's like perhaps more anxious than you. It's like you're calmer. Perhaps you are, practicing mindful exercises. And she, the Queen of Wands, it's like she wants to get things done already. It's like she just wants to walk down the aisle once and for all, right? It's like for her, she's a little bit more impatient, but I feel like this is such a beautiful blending of the two energies, right? Because also swords and wands, right? The air and the fire are two natural elements that just blend beautifully together. They just feed themselves like mutually, which is so, so gorgeous. And so all of this image of the marriage and, you know, the wedding ceremony actually came through, you know, it was a little bit hinted at because of the image that I saw with the aisle and the, you know, this curtain of flowers and the two partners, right? The two people, you being one of them, or the two factors, right? The masculine and the feminine. It's like this is coming through even more clearly to me, at least here visually, because of these cards. So we have the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Wands. And so obviously this Hierophant is coming through as a priest, right? It's coming through as perhaps, you know, the image of the Pope, right? It's like the, so it's like this. If two people of the, you know, it's like if you are well aware of your internal process, of your internal growth, right? You are a king. It's like you're not immature. You're not, it's like you have been through a lot and you hold a lot of wisdom, a lot of intelligence, right? And so does your partner in a different kind of way. It's like they are a little bit more frantic, that's the word. It's like they are a little bit more excited, so they are perhaps anxious, right? It's, well, it's, I imagine, right? Being a bride must be very anxiety triggering. I don't know, I've never been one, but who knows when I get there. It's like the merging of two very aware, very conscious people. It can only be officialized, right? Or made like an official contract before some kind of very high level authority like the Pope, right? It's just a metaphor, as if this person, this character, is crucial for the blending that is occurring, right? That is merging the two energies in a very beautiful, bright day and sunny day, right? And so with the Wheel of Fortune here, obviously this came with the word, it's destiny, it's fate. It's something that, because the two of you, you and your partner, or within you, you have managed to, you know, work each side of you, or each perspective of you, the objective masculine perspective and the more subjective feminine perspective, in such a brilliant way that even though the feminine part of it, or the feminine side of you, or your partner, right, is a little bit freaking out at the moment, it's like even that is part of the show, even that is part of the anticipation for this big event, right? Because it is a big event, because it is life-changing. And it's not just life-changing for you, that's the thing, right? Because we have this Eight of Wands and ending with the Nine of Wands, what this is talking to me is that this curtain that, you know, was before, you know, separating you and your partner, or you, your masculine side and your feminine side, it's like this was the nourishment needed to, it's almost like the aroma, the scent, right, in the air. So this curtain, it's not an actual physical curtain, it's more like the tool through which the blending occurs, like this perfume in the air, right? So, which is, you know, because your partner, your feminine side, is coming through with the wand suit, right? And this aisle, or the let's say the curtain of flowers or the path of flowers, it's like it's coming from them. So the feminine side, which is, you know, connected perhaps to the power of the moon, right? And you are more connected to the power of the sun that we saw opening up your reading, because you are, you know, you came first as this King of Swords, even though you could be blending these two energies within. It's like the path towards this merging happened because the feminine agreed to it, in a sense. I don't know if I'm making sense or not, but it feels like there is this perfume that this person, this side of you, this Queen of Wands, is emanating, right? And this is the curtain that was perhaps, you know, the only thing in between you, that now, because it's official, because, you know, every person that needs to be in the room for this ceremony, for this life-changing event to occur, right? Especially the one who's going to, you know, seal the deal, in a sense, right? The one who's going to give the official stamp that is, you know, the two parties came together, that this union is official now. The reason why the path is here no longer as a curtain, but as, you know, the aisle through which you're going to walk down, right, to meet your partner, in a sense. It's like this was just a curtain of flowers that brought you two together, that was the blending element. And here it's opening up for, well, because it's just one wand here, the interesting thing is that it's almost like I'm seeing the scene of, you know, the husband, which it's coming through as, you know, you, but, you know, the masculine aspect of you is already there waiting for the bride to be, you know, walk down the aisle. It's like the last element to arrive, right? And so perhaps this is why she's anxious too, right? This right at the edge of this big moment for both of you. It's like they perhaps are more anxious than you, because you are already there, right? The masculine side is already, you know, fully there, fully present. You know, it's where it needs to be. And then this last element, it's coming through as, you know, when the curtains open, or when the path opens up and the aisle is, you know, clear for the bride to, you know, just walk down the this path of flowers, and there she goes. It's like there she is, to just to be there, like, you know, look at this. I mean, I don't know what else to say, and we're already 23 minutes in, so I'm going to leave it at there. So I'm going to pull more cards for you, Capricorn. I just feel like this is obviously, if, you know, not everyone is going to get married, not everyone is going to go to a wedding ceremony, but this could be the marriage of yourself, right? So just, you know, interpret it that way if it works for you best. So I'm going to pull more cards for you, and also I'm going to pull from the astrological runes in the extended. So if you want to join me, I'll be happy to see you. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.